Hello Libra, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy and I am so happy that you have joined me here this week. This is a weekly reading for September 15th to the 21st. Welcome those of you that are new. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to spend with me here today. And those of you that are returning, I want to welcome you back. I hope that you also find meaning in your reading this week. I appreciate all of your likes, shares, for subscribing to my channel, and of course for the comments. I love to connect with your energy. So I appreciate you sharing your stories with me. So thank you. Now we're going to start this week's reading off with your angel number. And we will reveal it at the end of the reading. We'll see how it ties your reading together. Sometimes they are messages that are intended maybe for specific people. It could make some sense with what's happening in your situation as well. We have a busy week. We have a partial solar eclipse in the sign Virgo on the 21st. So new moon energy is amongst us this week. Powerful new beginnings are headed our way. For some of you, because it's in the sign of Virgo, you might find that it is kind of, shedding some light on your health, your routines, the way that you organize things. But it's new beginnings nonetheless. So let's see what is happening for you, Libra, as we move through this week. Incoming energies, Libra, the positive aspects of life. What can we focus on here with the sign Libra? Got one there. Interesting. Okay. One, your intuition. Okay. Obviously, the most important part of your incoming energies this week is to not only embrace your spiritual gift, but it looks like with intuition, this is the High Priestess. There is so much potential in this card because the High Priestess, which is what it's called in the normal tarot deck, is a major arcana card. And it really is, I feel like there is some sort of door where you can see the door here is closed, but there is all this light illuminating behind the door. Her eyes are closed because she intuitively can feel the energy and the power behind what's behind that door. I believe that there is a lot of powerful messages coming your way this week, and I think we're going to see them through as we get through your tarot cards. But I do believe that intuition is really something that you need to embrace this week. There could be a lot of messages coming your way. And I'm seeing the Seven of Cups, and the only reason why I'm seeing the Seven of Cups when I'm talking about this is because it can feel a little overwhelming, Libra, because the Seven of Cups is about trying to make some wise decisions and being able to figure out how to prioritize things in your life. And I feel like you've got a lot of incoming messages. There could be a lot of action happening this week, and intuitively, you will know exactly what it is you need to prioritize it and how to sort it. All right, so that could be happening as well. Let's see with underneath the deck. This is your current energies. Oh, you got the Seven of Cups. I could see the Seven of Cups, so it's in your current energies. That could be why, but let's start with number 14, Patience. Patience is the Temperance card in the Major Arcana. I relate to these cards sometimes within relation to the regular Rider-Waite deck because it helps, especially those of you that are really familiar with the tarot cards. The Patience card isn't just about having patience, it's about divine timing. Things sort of stepping into motion, finding that formulation that really brings balance, peace, and joy in your life. She is someone, I find sometimes I call her the angel of balance because she is, again, really trying to work with the energies around her to figure out how she can create that in her own life. And I think that that could be part and parcel of what's happening right now. Divine timing is setting in, which means the patience that you have had, I think you're seeing that things are starting to progress. The intuition is the guidance behind all of it. Number 9, your fulfillment of wishes. You might be feeling like it's been a long time coming. You've been very patient, waiting for that fulfillment of wishes. But I feel like you are really working hard towards them. And again, our wishes come true when we put work and effort into it as well. And I believe that that's exactly what you're doing. You have a high level of endurance. And I think that you're going to see that this fulfillment of wishes does happen in divine timing. As we progress through the tarot deck and the messages, I think we're going to see some synchronicities there. The choose wisely is the Seven of Cups. And I said when I saw that intuition card, I saw the Seven of Cups. It is about choosing wisely. All right, there is some choices and decisions that are going to be required on your part this week, and you may have to use your intuition in order to give you the guidance that you need. Do not overwhelm yourself because there's no need to do so. The Angel of Balance or the Temperance card is coming in to help you prioritize the things in your life to bring balance. And it's all going to lead towards the things that your heart truly wants. The things in your life that truly make you happy, bring happiness. Fulfill the void. For some of us, that's relationships and it's love. Others, it's family, friends, community groups, our creative endeavors, the things that we want to pursue, and some of it is our finances. So, of course, Libra will relate differently with each of you. We're going to get 6 cards. We're going to start with the first 2 cards. Let's find out. Why did you only give us intuition? What's going on? So my intuition is strong. You're going to send me some messages. I'm going to follow my nudges. Wow, it's going to bring something your way for sure. Got the 10 of Cups here. Beautiful 10 of Cups. Yet another door. Look at that. Okay, so we've got the door that's closed here with the bright sun that's coming through it. And here we've got the 10 of Cups, which is the completion of some sort of cycle in your life. With the door is open and now the door is open and all the sun is coming through. I believe that you are going to be receiving some very powerful messages this week that you have to decide whether you want to follow that lead. Because they will be, I honestly feel like they will be so direct that you won't even question yourself. And the 10 of Cups shows happiness, joy, loyalty, love in all of the things that you do. Blessings are surrounding your situation. That is in alignment with the 9, the fulfillment of wishes. This is the 9 of Cups. This is the 10 of Cups. There's some sort of completion happening here for you, Libra. The 3 of Coins. You are meant to shine. You have unique skills and talents, and you pay attention to your work. And because that, it's time for you to display this work. This is time for you to complete something in your life. Maybe you've been holding back. Your intuition is going to bring you those internal nudges that say to you, you know what, Libra, this is the week you need to shine. You have all the support that you need this week. So if you're, thinking that, oh my goodness, how do I get myself out there? I don't know how to do it on my own. There's going to be supportive connections around you that are really urging you to bring that creativity to life. There's a lot of prosperity in this 3 of Coins. And it's showing that this is something that can bring you some really great financial gains. But it's time for you to be seen. It's time for you to show your talents. You've worked hard, and now it's time to take the next phase. Because that 3 is about growth and expansion. So something is ready to grow here. 10 of Cups. We're going to clarify each one. So let's get the 10 of Cups. Well, you got 2 there. All right. The 10 of Cups is coming to completion. The door is opening. We're feeling the rays of the sun. We're feeling the warmth of the sun. So I'm going to start here with the 10 of Wands. So now you've got 2 10s in your reading. This is about hard work. And I'm seeing hard work is already part and parcel of everything that you do. It's the burdens and responsibilities that we take on that sometimes make it very hard for us to reach our completion or reach our finish line, because it's almost like these are barricading us to really see through. Because we feel like there's just so many elements to get to the finish line. But they are the number 10, and both a 10 and a 10 are really urging you to come to some sort of completion here. Figuring out where you can delegate some of the work. And again, with the 3 of Coins underneath, it's like people are here around you to support you, to help release some of the responsibilities. All you need to do is share the responsibility load and let them take on some of that, so that you can really allow yourself to focus on your craft. Because there is something, you have some sort of skills that it's time for you to get noticed. Now, the 7 of Swords coming up with the 10 of Wands, I'm going to read this in 2 different ways. You have a lot of burdens on your shoulders. The 7 of Swords can be having to really look at something from a new strategy or a new point of view. Looking at your situation differently to release the workload can bring you more happiness and joy. Now, for others of you, You could be feeling like somebody around you or a situation around you is either keeping secrets or being a little deceitful, and it's causing burdens. So you need to figure out what it is you need to release that energy. Sometimes it is by looking at or planning a new strategy, because the ultimate goal here, of course, is the 10 of Cups. In the midst of this, if you are feeling that there is situations around you that aren't completely, upfront, you must follow your intuition, because your intuition actually holds the answers, holds the guidance. Maybe not the answers, but it certainly will help guide you. Let's see with the 3 of Coins. 3 of Coins for the beautiful sign Libra. You get 2 more cards. They just want all the cards flying out for you today. Whatever this project is that you are working on, whether or not it's an apprenticeship, whether or not you are leading a team of people, a new project, an existing project, time to shine. It's building a great sense of stability in your life. The Queen of Pentacles could very well be you or a supporting energy around you. She's Virgo energy. She could be Taurus or Capricorn as well, but with the Virgo new moon, I believe there is new beginnings happening. And again, what we talked about with that powerful new beginning that's happening on the 21st with the new moon in Virgo. It is about routines, organization as well, planning new strategies to bring stability into your life, looking at things, because there is some project or something that you are working on right now that you need to take it to the next level. It's time to grow this. And I believe you have the support of others to help you reach that goal. There's a celebration here with the 4 of Wands. This is your 1111. You're surpassing the gateway, standing on the other side where the castle is. You're looking outwards and you are spreading the joy. There's a lot of joy and gratification here. This is something to be celebrated. You are working on a project or a contract that is worth celebrating here. Could be a new home for some of you as well, building a home, building a property. All right, Libra, let's now get the next 2 cards, and then we'll clarify those as well. Spirit Angels Guides. The next 2 cards here for Libra. We got one there. And we need one more card, please, and thank you. You got the Queen of Coins again. All right, you got the Queen of Coins twice. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Coins is the same card. Could be, again, you showing up in your own reading, but it is very much grounding energy, so it can represent more earth signs. But we don't always go by the astrological signs, because sometimes we take on the persona of the traits of these signs, right? Again, earth energy, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Could be in your birth chart as well, Libra. This is your sun reading, but maybe this is, for some of you, maybe this is your, maybe you should be looking at your moon reading or, your moon sign, or, again, you'll know what relates best to your situation. The Queen of Coins, though, again, she is very resourceful. So I feel like you are devising a new structure, a new plan. You're coming up with a new way of doing things that actually works better. It's more efficient. It's going to release the burdens because you're doing things, like I said, you're doing things more efficiently. And it brings more time for peace, joy, and love in your life as well, because you're not having to focus on things or wasting your time in areas where you could be more productive. She is very productive. So I feel like there's a lot of productivity around. The 5 of Swords is a conflict of some sort. It can feel like an obstacle. But I also feel like, and I've been seeing the 5 of Swords coming up in the readings for the past couple of weeks, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we are in eclipse season, and I feel like there is a lot of victories that we need to overcome that are required as a necessity. I believe that there is something here. There is a victory happening here for you, and I believe that it's you. This victory comes from you standing your ground, from you figuring out what burdens you need to personally release, especially if it's somebody in your life that you feel has maybe been keeping something from you. Following your intuition is certainly going to, again, give you the guidance and protection that you need as well. Let's find out with the Queen of Coins here. Let's see what's going on. Queen of Coins. We've got Queen of Coins twice here in the reading. What would you like to share with this energy, please? All right. We got 2 cards there. Getting lots of duplicates here. That's okay. Number 12, the Hanged Man, no gender, looking at life from a new perspective. And we already talked about sort of that with the 7 of Swords as well, devising some sort of new strategy or new plan, looking at your situation from a different perspective so that you can release the burdens in your life, because you want to open up the gateways and open up that door to illuminate the positivity and the sun and the prosperity that's waiting there for you. Like, it's there. I think there's a new idea that's coming your way that's bringing more stability, grounding your energy, but also building a stronger platform for you to build upon. Because you're in a growth producing phase of your life here with the Three of Wands. You've been patiently, we know that through this, patiently waiting for your ships to come in. And I believe that they're not as far as you believe. There's a lot of growth and expansion with the Three of Coins here. There is a celebration. And I think that there is going to be, I think that you are going to see that there is a better strategy for you long term to bring you into your wish fulfillment. Let's find out with the Five of Swords. Why do we have this type of victory here? Why would we have this Five of Swords here for Libra? All right, and we've got one. We got another five. A little bit of conflict, a little bit of competition. I believe that there could be something that you need to negotiate. There could be some heavy negotiations that are going on here, but because you've got it with the Five of Swords, I feel like you are beating out the competition. The other people or the other situation is going to have to lay down their swords because you are beating out the competition. And I think it's done with very tactical negotiating skills because you're looking at something from a new perspective and it's bringing more growth and production your way. Wow. All right, let's get the next two cards here. Next two cards. Thank you so much. See, you got the Seven of Cups. You're ending with the Seven of Cups. I saw the Seven of Cups with the intuition and it came up not only in your current energies, but it also came up in your incoming energies. The Two of Cups, partnerships. Partnerships don't always mean love, but for some of you, they certainly can. I do believe this is an agreement or some sort of a contract. Could be something to do with spiritual contracts as well. I believe with the twos, both in your intuition being number two, and then of course the Two of Cups coming up in your reading as well. Both are very much Cancer energy, all right? And it's the communications through your emotions, through, again, your intuitiveness. The Two of Cups shows that there is some sort of partnership or an agreement here, and it could have something to do with you looking at something from a new perspective and devising some sort of a new plan to build more structure in your life. We'll find out when we clarify. Seven of Cups is feeling overwhelmed because you do need to make choices. You can't sit and not make a choice. So the Seven of Cups is about feeling a little emotionally overwhelmed with all of the things that are going on, but figuring out how you can grasp a sense of reality with this so that you can prioritize what you need to do to bring closure here. All right, and the closure is making the choice. Let's find out with the Two of Cups. Got this beautiful partnership here. Could be a couple, could be marriage for sure. Finding a new way of looking at things. You could be wanting to expand your home or move in some way. Well, that's for some of you. Yeah, so now we got positive movement forward. So there's a partnership, a contract, an agreement that is moving in a positive direction. So you're going to see positive growth here with some sort of partnership. You could be signing some contracts that are moving you in a direction that are extremely uplifting. They're elevating your life's experience through your fulfillment of wishes. It's divine timing. See, the timing is all coming into play now for you. The Seven of Cups, why we have the Seven of Cups here. Got the King of Cups. Aha, King of Cups. You need to follow your intuition. Stay emotionally grounded through this feeling overwhelmed with all of the opportunities that are coming in for you, because these are opportunities that are not just physical opportunities. I feel like they hit you more emotionally. So there's emotions attached to each and every one of these wonderful opportunities that are coming in. You have to decipher which ones are the most important for you to complete at this time. That means you need to prioritize your time. Staying emotionally grounded through this process is going to give you the strength that you need to take each one of these cups and deal with them. You are the King of Cups will make wise decisions because he is emotionally grounded. And even though sometimes we feel conflict because we can see waves of water, sort of a little bit of abrupt waves, you can see how that King of Cups stays very strong and balanced on his throne in the midst of the waters. It doesn't matter how many obstacles you feel you're facing. Some of you may be feeling you're facing more than others. Staying emotionally grounded is the key to a success behind making a wise decision. And I do believe that your intuition and following that intuition is going to give you even more guidance than you know. And in fact, those nudges that sometimes we ignore, I just think you're going to be in a point where you're going to be like, I can't even ignore these. This is such a clear message. And it's all moving you in a direction of positivity here with the Eight of Wands. All right, Libra, let's get your angel message. Just a message that you'd like to share with Libra. I don't know if there's one more. Is there one more here? Or you just want to give me the one? Just give me the one. It says, write a letter. Number 37. It says, write a letter to your inner child. Interesting. They want you to sit and do that. Sometimes by doing that, it helps us to get in touch more with what we truly want as well. There could be something that you need to deal with as well. So by writing a letter to your inner child might help you release something. It also could give you the strength and the power that you're looking for as well. Sometimes by journalizing your thoughts as well can really, again, feel like a sense of freedom. But for some reason, and this might make sense for some of you, when we write a letter, it brings us completion. So again, write that letter to yourself. It also allows you to have that time to connect with your intuition as well. So it really can give you more of that, that strength and spiritual strength, maybe that some of you could be looking for. All right, we're going to get some tea leaf cards now. These I find can be a little bit more specific, so they might be for certain people. If you find that they make zero sense for you, I want you to just release this part of the reading. But let's see if we can try and relate them to what's happening here. So, Libra, we've got the chain. It says chain of events that will affect your life. So there's something going on, right? We can see that. We can see that through the progression of the things that are happening here. And then you've got a bird perched. You're waiting for news, a package, or a letter. I find this very interesting. Now, I know it's saying here, write a letter. Sorry, just a moment here. I want to make sure my camera is still working. All right. So it says right here to write a letter. And then it says here it's waiting for news, a package, or a letter. Are you going to receive something? Maybe you will receive something in written form this week. It could be a contract of some sort. So please be on the lookout for some sort of written information. Let's see. And then you got the sun, happiness and well-being. So this could be news or a package that you've been waiting for that brings that really good news. And look at this broom. You've got new home, new attitude. I talked a little bit about in the beginning how you could be looking at renovating or moving your home, moving business, moving some sort of location. New home, new attitude. Yeah, this chain of events that's going to affect your life is something to do with a letter or some sort of written form that's coming in. It's bringing you the energy of the sun, which is that happiness and well-being. And it might have to do with a new home, or if not a new home, it's a new attitude towards life. And that has to do with the Hanged Man and your whole new way of looking at things, especially with the things that are expanding in your life. And I do believe there is movement of some sort, and it could be something that happens quite quickly. All right, Libra, we're going to finish your reading now with your card that we took at the beginning of the reading. Now, I want to look, I really do want you to keep 7 as an important number, okay, because you got 777 here. You've got some 3s as well, and you've got some 5s and 2s, all right? So those are all, and 10s. My gosh, you've got a whole bunch of numbers, and I'm finding actually that a lot of the signs are getting just a tremendous amount of numbers. I just believe it's, again, to do with this whole eclipse energy. There's lots of things transforming. Oh my goodness. Talk about, seriously, talk about synchronicities here. You started with number 2, intuition, and then the angel card that ends here is number 111, intuition. And that's why they only gave you 1 card for your energy. All right, let's see here. It says moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realization, taking action, and unconditional love. It says time to implement long-cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people and circumstances and resources are being sent your way. Absolutely, they are. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. You need to trust in the process. Yeah, because there is a whole new home, whole new attitude, and a whole new, there is a whole new chain of events happening in your life here. 111. Incredible reading. Libra, I certainly hope it resonates. I know that they can't resonate all the time with everyone, but I really can hope that whoever is wanting to or feels intuitively guided to this message this week feels the energy of this reading. Thank you so very much. And until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.